Well, hello everybody, welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Roku. A Roku is a streaming media device that simply connects to your internet and streams all of your favorite content via third parties like Netflix and Hulu+. You don't have to worry about me having a biased opinion. This Roku wasn't given to me for the purpose of review. It was given to me for free by my internet service provider when I signed up for their service, but I'm still going to give it my honest review. Now, because of a mistake they made with my ISP, they actually sent me the Roku One at first, which is a 720p only device, and I played around with it a little bit before they finally sent me the correct Roku 2 1080p streaming device. So I have had them side by side, and I will tell you this much: this review is good for both of them. The only difference that I saw between the Roku 1 and the Roku 2 is that the Roku 2 does the 1080p. Other than that, the menus, configuration, setup, and everything was exactly the same. I'm not going to go through any kind of unboxing or anything like that because who wants to see that? I mean, the device is as small as a cell phone, so it's really not that spectacular. When you get it out of the box, you're going to have the Roku streaming device, a remote control, a power cable, and depending on which version you bought, probably a set of audio-video cables as well as an HDMI cable. I think it's quite strange that with the Roku they decided to put the little purple Roku tag on the side of it for, I guess, branding purposes, so you don't forget what that little box is sitting over near your TV. That same purple tag just happens to be on the remote control so that you can easily identify which remote goes to which device. It looks to me like Roku doesn't believe in bells and whistles, which can be a good thing. The simplicity and ease of use of the Roku streaming device makes it something that I just absolutely adore. On the back of the device itself, you only have a place to hook up a power cord, audio-video cables, HDMI cables, a memory card, and a reset button. You might even notice that nowhere on the device or on the remote control is there a power button. According to the manual that comes with the device, the Roku uses such a small amount of power that there's really no reason to turn it on and off. They say that the device consumes less power than a child's nightlight. When you're not using it, it does have a screensaver that comes on just in case you also leave your TV on. You won't get an image burnt into your screen. Once you unpackage your Roku, simply plug in your HDMI cable in the back of your TV, plug in the cable into the back of the Roku, plug up your power cable, of course make sure that your television is on the right input, and then go through the easy setup. Now, my Roku was already configured and I didn't really want to reset it back to defaults just for this little review. In my opinion, it's very simple to set up, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments down below. In the settings menu on a Roku, you have quick access to your wireless features, but notice that you cannot use the device on a wired connection. When we looked at the back of it, there was no place to even plug it into a wired connection, so it requires wireless access in your home. These wireless settings are quite simple. It will auto-discover SSIDs, or you can manually type one in, configure the password, it'll run through a test to verify your connection, and then you're good to go. On the display settings of my Roku, I see the 4:3 standard definition, the 16:9 widescreen, and the 720p high definition. I don't, however, see the 1080p option, and I don't know if it's because my Roku knows that it's hooked to a 720p television in my bedroom, or if I don't know. But being that the television I have it hooked to is a 720p, that's not an issue for me. Once everything's all configured though, you do have to go through a small registration with Roku.com and create an account for them. After that, you go into the channel store and browse their wide selection of channels, which include Netflix, Hulu+, Crackle, Facebook, and many more. Now, some of these services do require an additional monthly fee, such as Netflix requires a $7.99 monthly fee just to be able to use the service. It's free to stream it to a Roku, but you have to pay for that service. Other applications like Crackle are free, but they have commercials in them. There's a very wide variety of channels available for the Roku. Most people use it for Netflix or Hulu+, maybe even Crackle, but the selection is so wide I haven't even began to check out all of the options. We use the Roku mostly for Netflix, and if you're not familiar with Netflix, I recommend you check them out at netflix.com. The great thing about Netflix is that you can try them free for 30 days and cancel it if you don't like it, which is initially what we had done. Tried it for our 30 days and just never went back and canceled it, and I think we've been customers for a year and a half to 2 years now. If you are familiar with Netflix, the interface will be familiar yet different than the one that we see on our PlayStation 3. We only have 3 meg internet here at our house, so it does take a little bit to buffer before the show comes on, and it starts out in standard definition before it switches to high definition, but after that, the playback quality of the Netflix channel on the Roku is superb. For those people that like internet-generated content, such as that found on Revision 3 and Blip TV, there are channels on the Roku just for that. I put on the Revision 3 app on mine just looking around and was surprised to see that I can actually now watch the Philip DeFranco show directly from my Roku. If you're a Netflix customer, a Hulu Plus customer, or you're just too lazy to get out of your bed to get on Facebook, this is a wonderful little device. In our household, Netflix is our primary source of entertainment, so the Roku device is just awesome for us. We plugged it up to our TV. It uses virtually no space, virtually no power. It's not an unattractive looking device. The controls are simple, the setup is simple, a lot of options available outside of Netflix. But it is a wonderful, wonderful device, and I don't know, had I not been given one, I probably wouldn't have known to buy it. But now that I have one, I don't know how I could live without one. The Roku is great if you don't have cable or satellite. It's a great gateway to get you involved with online streaming companies like Netflix, or some of the free ones like Crackle, where there's a lot of content available to you, or even as a supplemental source of entertainment if you do have cable and satellite and you just kind of want something different to look at, or just to test to see what's available before you cut the cord. I can't preach highly enough about the Roku. But that's going to do it for my review of the Roku 2 HD. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this, and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions about the Roku or anything I said in this video, feel free to ask them below. Follow me on Facebook or Twitter. I'm Joe Somebody. I'm going to go watch TV. Or Roku.